Hello everyone, welcome back to Pure Life University. I'm Dr. Tabor Smith, and I just want to stop and thank you for a second for taking part in Pure Life University, being a part of this training sequence. And I want to thank everybody for all the great feedback we got from the first class, which was Pure Life. We talked about how important that spine and nervous system is if you want to achieve real health, happiness, and productivity in your life. And today we're going to move on into food, and today's class is called Pure Food. And we're going to be talking about diet. We're going to be talking about not only how you can lose weight. I'm going to give you a proven system to lose weight, but I use this system that I'm going to give you today. I use it for every day of my life because it's not a diet. Diets are short-term. Diets don't work. This is a lifestyle system I'm going to show you that it doesn't just help you lose weight. It helps you get to that optimal weight, the weight that you're supposed to be, your healthy weight. It's not about being skinny. It's not about being beautiful. It is about being beautiful, but beautiful on the inside. Not about how you look on the outside, but how healthy you are and how well your body's functioning. So if you want to lose weight, you want to feel great, you want to achieve more of your goals and be healthy, have more vitality, more time to spend with your family, then focus in and pay attention in today's class when we talk about pure food. Let's move right into a very important overview, what I call the big idea behind pure food, and that is this. We're going to be talking about food that is nature-made versus food that is man-made. You have to get this concept before we dive into the more specific, smaller segments of food, like proteins, fats, carbohydrates. We're going to talk about that. But food is important. We talked about in the last class about this concept of intelligence, that is what life is. It's intelligence flowing through you. Well, there's intelligence in life in food as well, and the intelligence is in the design. If you think about nature's intelligence versus man's intelligence, then that's where we really want to focus when we're looking and we're picking what type of foods we need to eat. Nature's intelligence comes from food that is created in nature. We call it natural food. And then man's intelligence really starts to take an effect in what we call processed food. In fact, the reason we call it processed food is because man has taken what nature created and shifted it and changed it and processed it and broke it down. And then ultimately, processed food is not as healthy for you because it's not as pure. It doesn't come from nature. Let's take an example of an apple, which is obviously nature-made, versus a Twinkie, which is obviously very man-made or processed at least. And let's say you took this apple. Let's say we planted it. We gave it exactly what it needed. We planted it in nutrient-rich soil. We watered it exactly how it was necessary, and then it got all the nutrients such as sun that it needed, and it began to grow this apple tree. Now this may take a few years for an apple tree to actually produce apples, but eventually what happens? This apple that we planted turns into this ginormous tree that produces apples galore. I mean, hundreds or thousands of apples for a lifetime or several generations. It can provide food. This is nature's process. This is real life that comes from this design in this apple. That's why that food in its most basic form and when it comes from nature is so healthy, because God put every nutrient, every vitamin, every enzyme that's needed to supply health to your body. It's in all these natural foods that come from nature. Let's take the Twinkie, for example. Excuse me. If we took this Twinkie and we took it, even out of the wrapper, and we planted it in the ground like we did this apple, and then we covered it up with nutrient-rich soil, and we watered it, and we gave it sunlight, would this Twinkie ever produce anything? No. In fact, it probably wouldn't even break down. You might be able to dig it up and still eat it, weeks or months later on. I'm not sure. But this Twinkie is so processed that it's dead. There's no intelligence left in that design. There's really no substance or nutrient that can benefit nature's body anymore. And so this is the huge difference that you've got to understand before we get into the specifics of pure food and diet. you have to understand that we're always wanting to move towards this natural nature's design, because that's what the human body is. It's designed. There's an intelligence in your body that knows exactly what to do with this food that comes from nature. Again, the intelligence is in the design. It's nature's intelligence versus man's intelligence. So we're looking to really fall back on nature. It's the same concept I talk about when a mother, many of you listening, maybe you are a mother, maybe you have kids, but when we go through this birth process, the mom trusts in the birth process. So when the baby goes from 2 cells and it begins to develop and divide and it starts to move through that 9-month period of being in mama's tummy, that mom is not over there in the corner, hunkered down, concentrating, trying to figure out where to put the arms on this baby, how to develop the heart, where does the liver go? Can you imagine if a mom had to design, like, educationally with their own mind, had to grow this baby inside their body? No, because of the way that your body is designed, the intelligence takes that process. That baby from 2 cells, one from mom, one from dad, turns into 70 trillion cells in 9 months, and a perfect, functioning, amazingly designed human body is right there ready to give birth. And then so many times, as humans, we think we're going to step in and we say, oh, well, nature was able to take that baby from 2 cells to 70 trillion cells, but we'll take it from here. We start injecting it, and we start shoving drugs down its throat, and we do all this type of man-made, added educational stuff. But because we don't trust in this intelligence anymore. We don't realize how amazing this human body is, and all we need to do is remove some interference that's keeping it from functioning, or give it what it needs to be able to function. And then everything it needs is right there in that design. So how do you know if food is healthy or not? Well, here's the general answer. If you're going to eat something that's in front of you, just know that the closer it is to its most natural form, the better, okay? Now, knowing that general answer, let me dive into some very specifics. We're going to talk about proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And I need you to know the difference between those 3, because when we develop our lifestyle program, our diet that's going to help you to lose weight, get in great shape, find that perfect weight, that perfect body shape that you are to be healthy, we need you to know what proteins, fats, and carbohydrates are and what they do. So let's start with protein. Okay, now protein is absolutely needed for growth and development of new tissue in your body. There are amino acids. Proteins they're built of building blocks called amino acids. There's 20 total amino acids, but you have to get some from your diet because because 9 of them are essential. So your body does not create or produce these amino acids. You have to actually get them from your diet. So what is protein? What are some good sources of protein that you can get in your diet? Well, lean beef, so really focus on grass-fed beef, organic chicken, turkey, fish, even eggs. Yes, I said eggs, and so there's so many of these old school thoughts and commercials where really it's man-made education where they jump in, they tell you all this stuff about cholesterol and all these things, but natural eggs, they come from nature, they're healthy. Always try to go grass-fed and free-range, though. Now, how much protein do you need? Well, if you're exercising the way you should be, which in the next class, Pure Fitness, we're going to be talking about exercise, but if you're exercising, they say you should eat about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight in order to grow muscle. So if I'm a 200-pound man and I'm really hitting the weights and I'm really exercising, then it's okay for me to eat about 200 grams of protein during the day. But a lot of people eat too much protein, although I do think protein is absolutely great. So I give that number, 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight. Okay, now the best protein supplement is a vegetable-based protein. There are some natural whey protein powders that are okay, but you really have to be careful with protein powders because so many times you're going to see all these chemicals. So make sure you're looking at ingredients when you're looking for a protein powder, and make sure that there's not a bunch of chemicals and artificial sugars and all of that type of thing. I've found Vega protein to be very good. Right now I actually use a a Vega protein, vegetable protein that has a lot of greens from green vegetable powder in there as well, which I think is great. But you can get that at your local grocery store most of the time. Vega protein is really a good one. Now, when you're eating protein, timing is the key. Try to eat 5 to 6 times a day and eat protein with each meal, because protein shortens the breakdown. Your body has to work a little bit harder to break down protein. So that's a good thing, because you're actually burning some calories while you're breaking down protein. That's why you should absolutely eat protein with every single meal. 3 main meals is okay, but try to put 2 snacks, maybe even shakes, between those meals. That way you keep your metabolism firing, keep it high. Most important in the morning, and I'll talk about this in a second when we start to get in our lifestyle diet plan, is making a protein shake in the morning is something I started doing. I'll explain that more, but that's a great way to get your day going, kick up your metabolism. Okay, let's talk about fats, guys. Fats are very, very, very misunderstood. They are so important that you get fat in your diet. Yes, you heard me correctly. Fats are important for your brain, your nervous system, for development, for hormones, cells, tissues, and on and on and on. You've got to have good, healthy fats. All right? So eat fats. Eat them, a lot of them. But make sure that they're good fats. So let's talk about what are good fats. Well, there's one kind of fat called omega-3. Maybe you've heard of it, but you really should be taking a supplement of omega-3. I think it's great. Omega-3, you need to have a lot of it in your diet. It's essential, meaning your body doesn't create, inside of it, it doesn't make omega-3. You have to get this from your diet. So if you will eat fish, that's a great way to get omega-3. Flaxseed or flaxseed oil can have a lot of great omega-3s. Walnuts are a great snack to put in your diet, because you're going to get a lot of great omega-3 fats from that. The saturated fats, look, don't be scared of saturated fats. They're derived from animal products, meats, dairy, eggs. Just make sure you're getting these products as close to nature, as close to their natural form as possible. So if you're going to eat meats, make sure they're grass-fed, they're natural, they're organic. Dairy, eggs, same thing. It's also in coconut oil, which is great to use, especially if you're cooking, but we love coconut oil. And then let's talk about unsaturated fats. Unsaturated just means that fat is liquid at room temperature, so like olive oil or peanut oil, canola oil. And those are okay. I would stick more toward your coconut oil if you can. But here's the bad one. This is the only one you need to be worried about. You should not ever eat trans fats or hydrogenated fats except for on cheat days, which, again, we're going to get into when we talk about our diet, our lifestyle program here in just 1 second, okay? So what is a trans fat? What's a bad fat? Ones you want to stay away from? Yep, all the things you love. Cookies, cakes, fries, donuts, and on and on and on. Stay away from them except for cheat days, okay? So let's talk about carbohydrates. We talked about proteins and fats. What is a carbohydrate? I know you've probably heard of this. This is actually your body's preferred fuel source for especially for the brain, but just because it's so easy for your body to use. Now, understand this. There are 2 types of carbohydrates, simple and complex. We want you to focus on complex carbs, okay? Complex carbs are your friends. Simple carbs are not your friends. Complex carbs are your fruits and vegetables. Yes, eat as much fruits and vegetables as you can. I know some people they say, stay away from fruits because of the sugar. As long as you're just not going absolutely nuts, crazy, and only eating fruits all day long, I think they're fine. I think you can eat I let my kids eat as much fruit as they want, because it's nature's food. That creation has what your body needs. That design is in fruits and vegetables. So make sure you're getting a lot of that. Okay, again, simple carbs, those are for cheat days only. Simple carbs are like sugars, like your donuts, like your candy bars, like your processed, broken down white sugar. Stay away from it. That's simple carbs. Now, here's a saying that's absolutely true. Fats don't make you fat. Simple carbs make you fat. Okay, so eat the fats, stay away from the carbs, and you're not going to get fat or overweight. Excuse me. I know that's politically incorrect to say the word fat, but you know what I mean. Plus, they destroy your blood sugar levels. So those of you who are, even in your family, or you may be worried about diabetes or prediabetes type 2. stay away from simple carbs, and you won't have to worry about that, okay? Because simple carbs rush your blood sugars, crash your blood sugar levels, cause your pancreas and insulin levels to fluctuate, and can actually promote type 2 diabetes, even be bad for type 1 diabetics as well, okay? Now keep track. You should get 2 to 3 grams of complex carbohydrates, we're talking fruits and vegetables here, per pound of body weight per day. So I'm 200-pound guy. I should be getting 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates from fruits and vegetables. Basically, just eat your veggies like crazy. Throw some fruits in there sometimes as well. Now, I always say keep a diet journal, all right? Now, I actually wrote a very specific ebook that you can use that's going to help you keep a diet journal. And at least, you know, you don't have all day to write all of your stuff down. So this is a very, very simple way of plus and minuses that you can keep track of what you're eating and how healthy the food that you're eating. I actually included this ebook below this video, so you don't even have to go to my website. You're welcome to. You can also get it at HoustonTXChiropractor.com. But I'm going to include it underneath this video in this class. Simply download that ebook and read through there, because I think you're going to find some great information on how you can begin to create that lifestyle diet, and also track, very simply track with your diet journal. All right. Now, let me give you some real simple tips and strategies to start using pure food in your diet. Okay. So I always say just add, don't subtract. Right now. Now, I know a lot of you, we get addicted to these sugars, we get addicted to all these other things, but what if we just added in some healthy things? What if you didn't even have to worry about stopping your addictions right now? You just simply added in healthy things. Well, you would improve your life. You would improve your health. You would feel better. You would lose weight. You would have more energy. So what are some good things that you can put into your diet? Well, green veggies. Green veggies with every meal. You know what? Our family loves green beans. We buy green beans fresh, organic from the grocery store, and we put green beans in a lot of our meals. It's green. It's healthy. Anything is green is great. Spinach, salads, those types of green leafy vegetables are absolutely amazing. But just add something green in every single meal that you prepare, and you're going to be feeling better and doing better. Now, I have a little secret tip that I put in here because it's helped me. I know that I need more vegetables in my diet, and most people out there, you're the same. You know that you just don't get the raw vegetables in your diet like you're supposed to. So I came up with this little system. Remember, we talk a lot about how can I manufacture successful behavior, meaning that if I want to be healthy, then what is the behavior I'm going to have to do consistently in order to be there? Well, one of them is eat more of my vegetables. So how can I manufacture that behavior? Even though I don't feel like it, how could I make myself eat vegetables every day? One of the things I did is I got one of those little bags, you know the sandwich bags, but I got a half sandwich bag. I call it a little snack bag. Okay, now I stuffed it with vegetables that I could eat, raw vegetables like carrots, a few, I don't really care for broccoli that much, but I did. I made myself eat some, so I put it in there. Cauliflower, peas, snap peas, I think they call them. Anyway, I put them and I packed these vegetables. On Sunday, I'll pack 5 to 6 bags of vegetables and raw vegetables and put them in the icebox. Then every morning when I went to work, I would grab one of those bags and I start my work day. Now, at lunch, before I'm allowed to eat my lunch, whatever my lunch is, it doesn't matter, those bag of vegetables have to be gone. That's my rule. The bag of vegetables have to be gone before I can eat my lunch. So sometimes it's right up until lunch. I just want to eat my lunch, but I know I can't because my bag of vegetables is not gone. So I just force that raw vegetable down my throat and make sure I get it in my diet. That is a great way to start manufacturing some successful behavior and making yourself eat more vegetables. Try it. It worked for me. A smoothie or shake for breakfast. Now, I started doing this. I don't recommend processed milk. Coconut milk is a good substitute for that. We actually have a really great raw food dairy, so I get raw milk from Grayman Farms in our area of Houston, and I actually think that's better for you. It's not so processed. Like I said, look, what's more natural, raw milk or processed milk that man has taken and killed everything that's good in there and pulled out everything that's nutrition for you and then gave you basically, processed water white sugared down water, right? Okay, so anyway, I got raw milk and I make it every morning with Vega protein, with my powdered greens, and then I shake it up and I'll have that for breakfast. Now for me, breakfast has to be quick, so I got to get in and out. And that's one thing that's really worked for me, is that shake in the morning for breakfast. I try to juice at least once a day, and it's hard. It's hard because juicing actually takes some time. You have to do some cleanup. You have to prepare. You have to have the vegetables there to juice. But I think juicing is one of the most powerful things that you can do for your body. If you want more energy, health, vitality, if you want to heal better and feel better, man, start juicing live vegetables. Oh, man, it's absolutely amazing. And I try to do that once a day. Now, I've noticed because I got lazy and I stopped juicing, one thing I did was I would make one big pitcher of juice, raw juice on Sundays, and I would keep that in the fridge and be able to take a drink or make a glass of that every day. And that I'm more likely to do that. If I will make a big pitcher on Sunday and then take a little bit of it every day as I go through the week, I will say that's not as great as juicing once a day, because you're getting that fresh juice right out of the vegetable if you juice once a day. If you do it all on Sunday, then that juice is sitting there in the fridge, for those days. But doing that is better than not juicing at all, right? Green powder, we talked about that. I actually found that Vega protein at the grocery store that has the healthy vegetable protein with green powder added, so you might try that. I actually get it at Kroger's. That I add that to my smoothie in the mornings, as I said. Now, maybe you have a favorite salad, and keep that favorite salad in the icebox if you can. My favorite salad is kale. I love kale Caesar salad. Excuse me. Kale Caesar salad's absolutely awesome. So if I keep that on hand, I'm more likely to eat that. Buy grass-fed meats over organic produce. So a lot of people think grass-fed meats are expensive, which, they are a little bit more expensive, and they're about 30 to 40% more expensive. So are organic vegetables. But if you had to pick, let's say you only had enough money to either buy organic meat or organic produce like vegetables, I would say always go for the meat. Okay, because those the cattle that are shot up with hormones and antibiotics and eating grains, that is way worse for you than a vegetable that's not organic. So go ahead and buy grass-fed meats over organic produce if you have to make a decision there. Make bone broth with the bones that you have left over from your meats, even your chicken or your turkey, because bone broth, oh my goodness, it's like juicing. It is so powerful for increasing your health and your energy and your vitality. Look it up online on how to do that, on the ingredients or the recipes for those. But bone broth, it tastes great. It's absolutely amazing, and it's so healthy for you. So let's talk about the carb cycle diet. This is that lifestyle diet, that lifestyle system that you can be on that will help you to get to your healthy weight, help you shed the pounds. I'm going to show you some before and after pictures of some people we did this program with. But I've done this for so long now that I've developed this. I use this system every single day of my life. I love it. It gives me structure in my diet. A lot of you out there, the reason you're having the problems, the health problems, or you're having trouble with what you're eating, or you're not losing the weight, is because you don't have a system. You've got to get a system when it comes to your diet. I use this one. All right, so let me explain this. You're looking at a month right there. That's 1 month of eating, 3 to 4 week cycles, right? Okay, let's say this is 1 month. The first 3 weeks of your month, weeks 1, 2, 3, you're going to break up your week like this. The first 2 days, let's say we started with Monday. So right there on the left, you're looking at the 2 low-carb days, the top left, okay? Monday and Tuesday are low-carb days. Low-carb means you cannot have any carbohydrates, okay? You can only have proteins and fats. And we covered the definition of proteins and fats, right? No carbohydrates whatsoever, not even fruit, all right? No sugars, no carbohydrates, no breads, no grains, no pastas. On Monday and Tuesday, you can only have protein and fat. You can have as much as you want. You don't have to limit yourself. You can eat as much as you want, but you can only have proteins and fats. Now, that was Monday and Tuesday. Let's look at day 3, which would be Wednesday. Notice it says high carb. I actually changed that to smart carb. Okay, not just high carb, because we don't want you just eating a bunch of sugar. I say that Wednesday, so low carb, smart carb. Wednesday is smart carb day. Smart carb means that you can add carbohydrates like wheat bread or wheat pasta or fruit. But you still can't have the simple sugars. Okay, that's only for the guilt-free day. That's only for cheat day over there on day 7. So you cannot have junk food on Wednesday, but it's smart carb day, meaning you can have some breads, you can have some pasta, you can have like a wrap or sandwich, healthy sandwich, those types of things on day 3. All right, look, day 4 and day 5 would mean that would be Thursday and Friday. Those are low carb days again. No carbohydrates whatsoever. Only proteins and fats on that Thursday and Friday. Now you'll notice day 6 would be a Saturday. That's the smart carb day again, I'm going to call it. I know it says high carb there. But smart carb means that you can have wheat breads, wheat pastas, fruit, and those types of smart carbohydrates on that Saturday. Now Sunday right there, and I'm telling you this way because this is how I break it up. Sunday is my cheat day. So on Sunday, I actually start, believe it or not, I start Saturday night and I stop Sunday night. I figure that's 24 hours, and it allows us to have a fun Saturday night meal. But nevertheless, Sunday, day 7, is your cheat day. You can eat whatever you want. You know what? Sometimes I bring home donuts for me and the kiddos. Sometimes we go out to Minchie's. Look, I know this is not good for you. I know it's not good for me. But I also know that I do want to enjoy that type of thing in my life. And I'm not going to cut it all out. But I will be smart about it, and I will schedule it. And that will be on my cheat day on day 7. Now, I'll also preface this by telling you that I take holidays off. So this is my lifestyle system, but I have no guilt whatsoever by taking holidays off. And I ate a ton of food on Thanksgiving, and I ate a ton of food during Christmas Eve and Christmas. Okay, so I take holidays off, but it's your preference, or whatever you want to do. Now, on week 4, notice that is a full high-carb week. The reason why we do this is so that your body doesn't get stuck in this system, but so that your body doesn't figure it out. Week 4 is to shock your body a little bit. Those are all smart carb days, so you can have carbs that week. You can have fruits, you can have wheat breads, you can have wheat pastas, and then day 7 you can still have your cheat day. That's on week 4. And like I said, if you do this, the reason why we use the carb cycle diet, just like it is right there to lose weight, is because it keeps your body guessing, and it keeps your metabolism burning. Okay, the biggest problem with most people is you eat the exact same thing every day, every week. Your system doesn't really change. You eat, and all these types of things. So your metabolism dies. And so this way, if you're changing it up a little bit, your metabolism still is guessing and it's changing, and that fire that starts burning the fat inside you becomes hotter and hotter and hotter, and you begin losing weight. That's why this carb cycle diet works so well. All right. Now let me give you an example. A lot of people were asking about an example of what my day might look like. So how do you eat 5 to 6 times a day? What would you eat on a low carb day? What would you eat on a high carb day? Well, here I broke it down for you. All right, so you're gonna see breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, and then dinner. Now, let's take those low carb days first. What would you eat on a low carb day? Well, I would have my shake. I need it to be quick. I got to get in and out of there, and I want it to be healthy. So I'll take my raw milk or coconut milk, and I will put a scoop of Vega protein in that. Now, I like coffee, and I know it's not great for me. I know it's kind of a habit that I have. So I actually make toddy coffee, which is a little bit healthier. It's a cold brew coffee that I will put in my shake, and it's actually really awesome. It tastes really good. And I'm not condoning that. I'm not telling you that I'm healthy by doing that, but I'm just a real guy, and I'm going to be real with you. I want health, so I want to start manufacturing that behavior it takes to be healthy, but I'm not going to be perfect, and I'm not telling you that you even should be perfect, because when you start shooting for perfect, that's when you fail. Okay, if you're trying to be perfect, it's impossible. Let me just break this to you. It's impossible to be perfect. I don't care who you are. And if you're trying to be perfect in your diet, that's why you fail every single time. So if I make a mistake or I get off my diet on 1 or 2 times, it doesn't matter, because it's a lifestyle diet. I go right back to it the next day. I have no problem or no guilt. I'm just right back in it. Okay, I just want to tell you that. So then let's say, what would a morning snack be? Well, for me, I don't know if you ever heard of these LAR bars. It's LARA bar. It's basically a cold pressed, organic fruit bar or fruit and vegetable bar. I buy those at the health food store, and I will use those as a snack. You could also use something like an avocado. Would be a great morning snack, especially on your low carb day, because avocado's full of good fats. You could use sometimes I would get mixed nuts. I love cashews or peanuts, or even just that whole box of Planters mixed nuts. I try to get the organic, or even sometimes go to a health food store and get the fresh nuts there, but that would be a great snack. Now, for lunch, what would you do for lunch on a low-carb day? You could do a salad. Do your most favorite salad, add all the vegetables you possibly can on there, even add some chicken on top of your salad, or even a chicken Caesar salad. I understand Caesar has a little bit of carbs in it, but like I said, I'm not being picky and I'm not being perfect. Afternoon snack, again, the Lar bar. You could have a protein bar. You could even have another shake in the afternoon. And then what would you eat for dinner on your low-carb day? Well, that could be chicken, salad, green beans, could be salmon and, broccoli and, salad, could be steak. You have steak and green beans, which is my favorite mixture, carrots. So, you know what? You're really not sacrificing it, even on those low-carb days. On your high-carb days, let's take a look at that. You could have your shake again in the morning. Your morning snack could be, again, the cold-pressed bar or the nuts. Your lunch, a lot of times what I like to do is have a healthy sandwich for lunch on my smart carb or / high-carb day. And what I started doing, because I just know how carbohydrates are not great for me, so what I started doing is I would take everything I would put on that sandwich and just roll it, and just have a sandwich roll, and then just leave off the bread, which is awesome. That's actually how we eat a lot of our sandwiches. Afternoon snack, same thing. Avocado would be even great if you're. But you could have fruit on your smart carb days. Throw fruit in there for those snacks. And then for dinner, maybe you do have some wheat pasta with chicken on top or something like that on your smart carb day. So you can see, we're just being smart about this. We're just making a schedule so that we can manufacture behavior that leads us to a goal that we want, whether it's to lose weight, just be healthy, have more energy, more vitality, be able to get more things done. If you'll focus on your diet and your health right now, I promise you the other things will just begin to happen for you. Your finances, your wealth, these types of things will start to take place in your life because you have more energy, you have more vitality, you're focusing on you and creating more health for yourself. Now, in the carb cycle diet, one of the most important things is that you need to drink a lot of water, okay? If you want a lot of people are very analytical. They're like, how much water should I drink, right? So if you want a formula to show you how much water you should drink, basically you want to take your body, your body weight in pounds. Like, I'm a 200-pound man. I'm actually a little bit under that, but I'm going to give you, just for the ease of calculation, I'm a 200-pound man. So if I take 200 pounds and I divide that in half and turn it into ounces, okay, so if I weighed 200 pounds, divide that in half, that's 100, turn it to ounces, that would be 100 ounces that I need to be drinking every day. Basically, you take your weight, divide it in half, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking every single day, all right? Figure that out. Start drinking more water. You'll keep your metabolism higher. Your body weight, fat will start to burn easier when you're not dehydrated, because when you're dehydrated, your body's in what we call fight or flight. So it's holding everything. It would be like if you were stranded in the desert or even in the forest, and you were so dehydrated, you were in shock, you're scared. Your body's holding on to the fat because it doesn't know if it might need to use it later. Okay, so if you're drinking a lot of water, you're not dehydrated, your body's in a better state, it's going to be able to let go of that fat and burn that fat. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Now let me introduce you to some people who actually, using this carb cycle diet like we talked about, literally burned the weight. And like I said, it's not about being skinny. It's not. It's about being healthy. But look at these people. My good friend Chris Burfield lost 23 pounds in 3 weeks. His mom, down there in the bottom left, went from a size 12 to a size 8. Chris Martinez, and if you're listening to this, I hope you're doing great. 32 pounds on this carb cycle diet. Now, whether these people added other things in or did it all naturally or were perfect or not perfect doesn't really matter, because we're talking about you right now. This is your life. And if you're creating a system that's going to allow you to manufacture behavior, then you're going to be able to reach those goals that you want. That's the key to this class, to this entire process of Pure Life University. That's what I hope you get. Now, a lot of people ask me, what type of supplement should I take? Okay. Now, I'm just going to give you this. I think you should get most of your nutrients, if not all of your nutrients, from organic raw fruits and vegetables. So put those in your diet because, like I talked about in the very first slide, the intelligence, the design is in fruits and vegetables and in everything natural. God put every nutrient, vitamin, enzyme that your body needs to function in fruits and vegetables, okay? But that being said, I'm going to tell you about some supplements that I take, and I just use supplements as what I like to say, insurance only, just in case maybe I'm not getting what I need from my diet, from my fruits and my vegetables. These supplements are just basic insurance to make sure my body has what it needs to be able to function the way it was designed. All right. So what do I take? I take a whole food multivitamin. And whole food is very important. Whole food means basically it's just fruits and vegetables dehydrated and powdered and put into a capsule. Okay, so whole food multivitamin, a fish oil, and make sure you get a high quality fish oil because some fish oils could be rancid or old or low quality. You want to make sure you have a high quality fish oil and a probiotic, which I take 4 to 5 days a week. I take a probiotic, vitamin D, and water. Okay, so I think those are very important supplements as well. Other supplements that I take, green powders, like I said, and you can get that now even in your protein. Essential oils, I think, are awesome. That's something that you really have to research and look into, but we use a lot of essential oils in my family as well. All right, let me share with you the secret weapons here. If you have some health problems and you really wanted to power up, take your health to that next level, the Gerson Institute. Now, you may or may not have heard of Gerson therapy. Look it up online, but this place is awesome, and we talked about juicing and how powerful juicing is for the health of your body, putting vital nutrients in there. The Gerson Institute is basically all about that in Gerson therapy. There's books on it. If that's something that you need to do to take your body to the next level, you can. It was created by Max Gerson. The main idea is juicing and coffee enemas, but there's a lot more to that. They like I said, they supply massive nutrition, and it was really designed for cancer treatment as well. So, but it's not just for cancer. Juicing is a great way to get your body functioning at its maximum. The chiropractic adjustment, okay, that is a secret weapon. We talked about that in class number 1, but that's something you need to be making sure that you're doing. I throw these names out here. They're good friends of mine, and both of them beat a very, very serious stage 4 cancers, Dr. Charles Majors, Dr. Marcia Schaefer, and they used the Gerson therapy and the juicing and all of those things that are necessary to get their nutrition right, but then they also used chiropractic to make sure that their nervous system, that system that controls every function in your body, is making sure that it's functioning at its maximum. Okay, and if you haven't seen class number 1, we talked all about this. Go back now and look at class number 1, and you can find that link below this video and watch that video. It's vital for your health. All right. All right, thanks guys. I want to thank you for taking the time to be with me and finish class number 2 on pure food. Keep an eye on your inbox as we'll be sending out class number 3 shortly. We're going to be talking about pure fitness, how to get your body in great shape using some very simple exercise techniques. All right. In the meantime, if you like what you're listening to and you've learned a lot here, share it with someone. Share it on your social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and just make sure that we're getting this information out. All right. I just want to thank you again. Make sure you're utilizing the resources below these videos. Download the ebook and contact us. Let us know if you need anything else. All right. Thanks and have a great day.